Hey folks, ever thought about venturing into the financial world and unlocking the secrets of the first $100,000? In today's video, I'm going to share how this milestone not only transforms your financial life, but also opens doors to exponential growth that will blow your mind. Let's dive into the superpowers of compound returns, ninja tricks for developing solid financial habits, and why hitting $100,000 is just the beginning of an exciting journey. Oh, and spoiler alert, there's an incredible secret about income growth that you don't want to miss. So come on, guys! Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and join me on this financial adventure. It's going to be epic. 5. Initial challenge. Did you know that billionaire Charlie Munger, the right-hand man of the legendary Warren Buffett, once said that the first $100,000 is practically a saga in the wealth-building journey? Picture this. An enthusiastic young person seeks advice from Munger on financial prosperity, expressing struggles with starting and the slow growth of their financial network. Munger's response: the first $100,000 is tough, but you have to go through it no matter what. Many resonate with this idea, turning it into a mantra in the financial world. Let me break down the math behind it, and trust me, it's astonishing. Imagine an investor putting in $10,000 every year with a 4% growth rate. Seems reasonable, right? Well, after about 8 years and 7 months, voila, $100,000 in the account. If they keep it up, the next $100,000 arrives in just over 6 years. That's the magic of compound returns in action. It may sound like magic, but it's pure mathematics. And you know why Munger and others fiercely advocate for this idea? Because reaching the first $100,000 triggers an incredible domino effect. First, you experience exponential growth, where the money already in play starts working for you, generating more capital each year. Then, the portfolio size makes a significant difference in gains. A 5% return on $100,000? That's $5,000 in your pocket without lifting a finger. And believe it or not, this sum can turn into a substantial amount in just a few years. The trick is to get through this initial stage, develop good financial habits, stay consistent, and before you know it, your first $100,000 will be there, working for you, making the path to wealth much smoother. So if it's tough right now, remember, even giants like Munger went through it. The first step is always the hardest, but believe me, it's worth it. 4. Power of compound returns. Now let me tell you something fascinating I discovered about the power of compound returns. You see, that investor who reached $100,000, after that milestone, the growth of their portfolio takes off like a rocket. Let's imagine they invest $10,000 every year with a modest 4% increase. After about 8 years and 7 months, they finally hit the coveted $100,000. Up to this point, it's normal, right? But here's the kicker. If they maintain that pace, the next $100,000 arrives in just over 6 years. It's like the money starts having a life of its own, running faster with each cycle. It's almost like a mathematical superpower that makes everything more exciting. The trick lies in exponential growth. I know it might seem a bit complex, but it's straightforward. In the beginning, the growth line is slow, but over time it becomes steeper. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gaining size and speed. What's happening is that you're earning interest on the interest, and the larger the capital, the more impact these interest gains have. It's like an avalanche of money happening behind the scenes. I know it's kind of magical, but math doesn't lie, my friend. This discovery made me see that reaching $100,000 is like opening the door to a world of accelerated growth. It's like unlocking an achievement in the wealth game, and from there things get more exciting. Each $100,000 cycle completes faster, and that's where the power of compound returns shows its true strength. So when I see these numbers, I can't help but get excited about the idea of seeing my money work more and more for me. Have you ever thought about this snowball effect in your investments? It's a real win-win game with the numbers. 3. Reasons for the importance of $100,000. Dude, let me tell you why reaching the first $100,000 is like finding the holy grail of finance. First, there's this thing called exponential growth, which is like the magic behind financial success. Can you imagine? When you hit that $100,000 mark, the game changes. The money you already have starts multiplying at an incredible speed. It's like the investment universe saying, "Now, buddy, the party is starting." Another thing is the portfolio size. It's a bit mathematical, but also kind of exciting. A 5% return on $100,000? That's $5,000 in your pocket without lifting a finger. And that number only grows as the portfolio expands. The proportional return becomes so much more potent that it's like you have a team of mini investors working exclusively for you. You know that feeling of seeing your money working faster and yielding more? It's a surreal vibe. Now, beyond all that, there's a more zen, kind of Jedi side of investments. Hitting these $100,000 brings intangible benefits, like developing financial habits that are like superpowers for adulthood. Budgeting, regular contributions, understanding market fluctuations, all of this becomes part of your arsenal. And guess what? When you master these skills, it's like having a financial lightsaber ready to face any challenge. So it's not just about the numbers. It's about mastering the game and building a solid foundation for the future. Sensational, right? 2. Development of financial habits. Let's talk about the ninja side of finance, my friend. When you're hunting for the first $100,000, it's like an intensive training to develop masterful financial habits. First, there's budgeting. I know the word sounds a bit serious, but it's like the treasure map. You track every dime coming in and going out, giving you enormous control over your expenses. It's like you become the CEO of your own money. And regular contributions? That's like going to the gym, but for financial muscles. Putting money into the game every month, no matter how much, is like doing push-ups for your bank account. And don't underestimate financial education, my friend. It's like having a toolkit of strategies to navigate the world of investments. You understand market fluctuations, and that not only calms the nerves, but also gives you the advantage of spotting opportunities when others are freaking out. Now, about expense reduction, it's a ninja move that few people notice. Cutting unnecessary expenses isn't just about numbers. It's about freeing up money for things that truly matter. If you think a daily coffee doesn't make a difference, wait until you see the impact over time. And hey, when you get used to these habits, it's like having financial superpowers. Then, when the first $100,000 finally arrives, it's like you've leveled up and are ready for bigger challenges. It's the silent revolution of financial habits. 1. Increase in income composition. You know, when I finally get my hands on the first $100,000, it's like opening the doors to a new level of financial possibilities. One of these exciting possibilities is the increase in income. It seems magical, but it's very real. Now, with this initial amount, I have the chance to explore ways to make my money work even harder for me. Whether through salary increases, a second job, or even diving into a side project, the income game becomes a powerful tool to accelerate the growth of my portfolio. The interesting part is that once you reach these $100,000, a virtuous cycle is created. The money already invested starts to yield more, and now, with a higher income, I can inject more into the investment machine. It's like a cycle of positive feedback, where more money generates more opportunities to make money. Moreover, this new dynamic establishes a solid foundation for future financial goals. After all, it's not just about hitting $100,000 and stopping. It's about using this milestone as a springboard for the next financial objectives. It's like every extra dollar in my income is a step closer to financial independence. So when I say that hitting $100,000 opens doors, it's not just a cliche. It's about realizing that, with a bit of strategy and courage to seek new income sources, I can turn my first $100,000 into a true financial growth machine. It's exciting to think about the possibilities that open up when you reach this level, and the journey to financial goals only gets more thrilling from here. And there you have it, folks. What an incredible journey through the financial universe, right? We uncovered the superpowers of compound returns, delved into the ninja tricks for successful financial habits, and explored the exciting world beyond $100,000. Now, before we wrap up this chapter, I want to invite you. If you enjoyed this adventure and want more financial insights, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if these tips were helpful to you, and comment below which part surprised you the most. Let's build together a community of people striving for financial success. Oh, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you won't miss any episode of this journey. We're just getting started, folks. Until the next video!